YouTube, what's good? What's going on? It's your guy, Hugh Steph, and this is Billionaire Talk. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a reaction video from Hooper's thread about Klay Thompson and the Meagan Thee Stallion breakup. There's not too much to say about this, depending on what side of the coin you're on. It's like, if you're a man, most men have been like, I mean, duh, you know, Meg's a hoe or she's this and that. If you're a female, you're pretty much riding with Meg saying that Klay's a dog, this is not new under the sun. But we're going to skip all that. Just go ahead and get into the video. The only thing I need you to do is comment, like, subscribe, and share with your homies. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
Klay Thompson just broke his silence, and what he didn't say is louder than anything he could have. Look, the internet has been on fire since Saturday. Meagan Thee Stallion went on Instagram and blew the entire relationship up in real time. But here's what everyone is sleeping on. Klay Thompson has not said a single word publicly. Not a statement, not a tweet, not a PR response, nothing. And in the world of celebrity breakups, silence is a statement. If you've been following this story at all, you already know the signs were there. But today, we're going to break down everything. What Meagan said, why she said it, what Klay's silence actually communicates, and what this means going forward for one of the NBA's most polarizing figures. Stay with me because this one goes deep. Let's start with the facts, because this story is moving fast and there's a lot of noise out there. On Saturday, April 25th, 2026, Meagan Thee Stallion, three-time Grammy winner, one of the biggest names in hip-hop, went on her Instagram stories and posted a message that sent shockwaves across social media. Now, Instagram stories disappear after 24 hours, but nothing disappears on the internet. Screenshots were everywhere within minutes. In that post, Meagan accused her boyfriend, Dallas Mavericks guard Klay Thompson, of cheating on her. She wrote that he had her around his entire family, playing house, acting like they were building something real. She talked about enduring his horrible mood swings and treatment during the NBA season. And then came the line that stopped everyone cold.
So real quick, that's the thing that I'm thinking about. It's like, so he has mood swings and, you know, all this other stuff, but you draw the line at him cheating. And I mean, I get it. It's like a disrespect on a bigger level type of situation, but women's intuition usually tells, you know, them that if there's mood swings or he's mean or he's this and that, the type of man he's going to be. Me personally, I ain't gonna lie, I think she should have just wrote it out. I mean, as long as he ain't embarrassing her or whatever the case, but we'll get further in the video with that.
She revealed that Klay told her he wasn't sure if he could be monogamous. Let that sink in. This isn't a rumor. This isn't a tabloid story from an unnamed source. This came directly from Meagan herself. And shortly after that Instagram story, her representative confirmed the breakup to both Billboard and TMZ with an official statement. Klay Thompson's camp, as of this recording, has not responded. To understand why this hurts so much, you have to go back to where it all started, because this wasn't some random fling. This was a full, serious, deeply public relationship. The couple first confirmed they were together in the summer of 2025. It started quietly. Klay appeared in the background of one of Meagan's poolside social media posts, and the internet immediately clocked it, but they didn't hide it for long. On July 16, 2025, they made their official red carpet debut at Meagan's inaugural Pete and Thomas Foundation Gala in New York City. They looked like a power couple. They were a power couple. A Grammy-winning rap icon and a 5-time NBA All-Star stepping out together in New York. The world went crazy. By Thanksgiving, Klay had literally named his boat after her, the SS Stallion. That is not a move you make for someone you're halfway committed to. That is a grand romantic gesture. That is a man telling the world and telling her that this is serious. And then in February of 2026, Meagan was filmed in Milan with Olympic athletes Brittany Bowe and Hillary Knight, both of whom are engaged, and she joked on camera that she was manifesting her engagement, presumably to Klay.
So over great, right? Like no pressure.
Yeah. She's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna marry you.
Oh my God. I love love. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Manifesting my engagement too.
Let's go.
She was publicly hinting at marriage. She thought she was heading toward forever. So when the breakup came, it didn't just come out of nowhere for the public. It came out of nowhere for her. That's what makes this so painful to watch. Meagan wasn't just losing a boyfriend. She was losing what she thought was the future. Now let's talk about what's actually going on here, because there are multiple layers to this story. The most explosive part of Meagan's Instagram story was the word cheating. She didn't bury it, she led with it, and she connected it to everything else. The family introductions, the holidays together, the emotional labor she put in through what she described as a brutal NBA season. She wasn't just saying he stepped out, she was saying she held down a man who was treating her badly, and he repaid her by being unfaithful. That's a double betrayal. And Meagan made sure everyone understood that. Here's the part that's going to be talked about for a long time. According to Meagan, Klay Thompson told her he didn't know if he could be monogamous. Now, think about the timeline. This man named his boat after her. He brought her around his entire family. He spent the holidays with her. And then, apparently, when it came time to lock things in, he told her he wasn't sure he could commit to one person.
I think what needs to be understood is that men could play that position, you know what I'm saying? We can, and women could do it too, obviously, but let's just talk about the men here real quick, because I don't think the women are understanding truly the capabilities that men are able to do and what it represents and what it truly means. So a man can bring you around the friends, the family, and they could still be doing 10 other women on the side. They could buy you yachts and put your name on it and still be smashing Bethany 2 houses down in the neighborhood with the Benz. You know what I mean? Bethany Benz is what they call her. It doesn't mean that he don't like you, he don't rock with you. That's literally just how some people are, and that's just what it is. And I get where some people could be blindsided by that, because it's like, oh, man, I thought you feel special. I thought you loved me. I thought you cared about me. You did all this, and I haven't seen other people. I think women need to just understand that it's nothing personal. True, it could be disrespectful to you, but it's really nothing against you per se as a person. It's just how some men choose to operate.
From a psychological standpoint, what Meagan is describing is something a lot of people can relate to, even if the scale is different. Being strung along by someone who enjoys the benefits of commitment without being willing to make the commitment. That's why this story is resonating so hard with everyday people, not just celebrity gossip followers. Let's also talk about where Klay Thompson is professionally right now, because it matters. He is 36 years old. He had, by most accounts, arguably the worst season of his career with the Dallas Mavericks this year. He's under contract for one more year at $17.5 million, and the clock is ticking on his NBA career. This is a man at a crossroads, professionally uncertain, personally imploding. That context doesn't excuse anything, but it does help explain someone who might be questioning everything in his life right now, including whether he's capable of the kind of stability a serious relationship requires. And then there's the silence. In today's world, silence from a public figure almost always reads as guilt, or at minimum, as a lack of defense. Klay has said absolutely nothing. No statement from his team, no social media response, no leaks to friendly journalists.
I disagree with that. Some people just choose not to go public with their business. Or, sometimes it doesn't always call for an explanation to be had. He doesn't owe the public explanation. Meagan chose to go and post about it, which got everybody talking, because naturally she's a public figure. So that's what's going to happen. But I don't think Klay has to explain to us or confirm whether he cheated or why he broke up or whatever the hell they got going on. He don't owe that to us. Honestly, we shouldn't give a fuck. That's that man's business.
Notable, because if the allegations were false, most people, especially athletes with brands to protect, would push back. The silence suggests that either the story is accurate or his team has made a calculated decision that any response makes things worse. Either way, it's not a good look. Let's zoom out now and talk about what this all means for Meagan, for Klay, and for the broader conversation. Her official statement was measured and mature, something you don't always see when a public breakup is this raw. She said, "Trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiable for me in a relationship. And when those values are compromised, there's no real path forward." That's not a woman spiraling. That's a woman who made a decision and stood behind it. She also took control of the narrative before anyone else could shape it. By going public first, on her own platform, in her own words, Meagan ensured that the story gets told her way. And knowing Meagan's history in the public eye, you can bet this experience will eventually find its way into her music. When Meagan processes pain, she turns it into art, and the fan base will be ready for that. For Klay, this is where it gets complicated. From a pure public image standpoint, this is a disaster. Social media reaction has been brutal. People are saying things like, Klay Thompson fumbled his legacy, left the Warriors, and cheated on Meagan Thee Stallion. That's the cultural story now, and it's going to follow him.
What kills me is I've been trying to catch up today with just looking at different videos and checking out comments. Obviously, the women are going to side and be team women. But it's just crazy how all these people are basically thinking socially, Meagan has, I guess, leveled Klay up as if he isn't a super huge NBA star. Like, he's been a made man millionaire, whatever you want to call it, way before she entered the picture. You know what I mean? And I was talking to my bro about this earlier, and he kind of made some sense to me. Let's just go down the timeline of other women he's dated. So he dated Hannah Stocking, 2014, 2015. After that, in 2018, so this 3-year gap, he dated Laura Harrier. She's a actress. That's 2018 to 2020. A year later, Coco Jones, that's a singer. That was 2 years, from 2021 to 2023. From 23 to 25, or maybe 24, depending on when you want to say it happened, it was basically like a 1 to 2 year spread. And that was Meagan Thee Stallion. So it looks like Hannah Stocking 1 year, Laura 2 years, Coco Jones 2 years, and Meagan 1 year. Honestly, it looked like bro just be doing 1 to 2 year contracts with these girls. Like, he get cool with them, he date them, and then after 2 years, 1 year, he out. Or the women want to attack bro for cheating. Apparently, it looks like, from what this is saying, he's only cheated on one girl, or there was cheating allegations. It's not even confirmed. Excuse me. The other two, with Laura and Coco Jones, it just seems like they split. It doesn't say anything about cheating. Going back to my original point, you can make the argument that compared to the other women, as far as reputation and what's out there and what's known of them, respectfully, again, you can argue that Meagan Thee Stallion's at the bottom of the total poll, because we don't see Coco Jones, Laura Harrier, and Hannah Stock. We don't see any of the other women twerking about. We don't see them twerking for Kamala Harris. They're doing a presidential run. We don't, you know what I mean? We don't have them in situations with like the Tory Lanez getting shot at and all this other stuff. And I'm not coming at her. I'm just saying this is what the public sees. And with her being a public figure, this is how people view her. They hold her to a certain standard. So yeah, you know, all these women are saying he fumbled her and he lost this and lost that, and she made him pop. And like, no, like, men who watch pro NBA basketball, and they know who bro is. I even made the joke to my bro. I said, if a dude got a chick that he kicking it with, or even the hoes, whatever, they even know who Klay Thompson is, because if they're around the dude like that, he's playing 2K or he's watching a game. So they know of him. They got to. But it just boggles me that women really think like bro lost something. Like, he's been doing this, and he's arguably dated women of a higher or cleaner reputation. We're not going to act like bro's fucked because he fumbled, or he fumbled Meagan. No, he didn't. Megan's a pretty girl for sure. She's talented, absolutely. But is she a wife? Maybe not for him. Maybe he don't want to get married. But we got to stop this nonsense and stop. Like, I think last thing, and I'm gonna continue the video. People are just so obsessed with celebrity relationships that they put themselves in their shoes and attach themselves to their situation as if it truly affects them. I seen a video of a girl talk about I feel like Megan's my best friend. Bitch, you don't know Megan Thee Stallion. She don't know you. She don't know you from a can of paint. You talk about you feel like she's family. No. Because like, y'all have to stop saying celebrity relationships is relationship goals. Because half these ninjas is freaky. They 69 gods. They're weird. Or they just, you know what I'm saying, they're in a different tax bracket and they do things that regular people don't understand or can agree with.
Beyond the public perception, there are real professional stakes here too. He's trying to prove he still belongs in the NBA. He's entering what could be the final chapter of his career. Being the guy at the center of a cheating scandal is not the energy you want heading into the offseason, and the broader NBA community has taken notice. Fans are reacting across every platform. The story crossed into mainstream entertainment, pop culture, and relationship discourse. That's how big this got. What's interesting is how many people are connecting to the emotional core of this story, regardless of whether they follow basketball or hip-hop. The conversation Meagan sparked about being lied to, about someone enjoying everything a committed relationship offers while refusing to actually commit, that's universal. That hit different for a lot of people. And let's be real, the image of Klay naming his boat SS Stallion while allegedly being unfaithful is the kind of detail that becomes a meme forever. The internet has a long memory. That boat is going to be brought up every time Klay Thompson's name trends for the next decade. So here's where we stand. Meagan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson are officially over after less than a year of confirmed dating. She accused him of cheating, called out his emotional volatility during the basketball season, and revealed he admitted he wasn't sure he could stay faithful to one person. She ended it on her terms, released a statement, and has said everything she needed to say. Klay, meanwhile, has gone completely dark. No response, no defense, just silence. Based on everything we've broken down today, here's my prediction. Klay Thompson will eventually release some kind of statement, probably carefully worded once the initial wave dies down. But the damage to his off-court reputation is already done. For Meagan, this moment is painful, but it sets up a redemption arc that her fans will rally behind hard. The bigger story here isn't just a celebrity breakup. It's about what happens when someone isn't ready for the kind of love they're given, and what it looks like when a woman decides she's no longer going to wait around to find out if they ever will be. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Klay Thompson will ever publicly respond? And do you think we're going to hear this whole story in Meagan's next project? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. My closing thoughts are, I don't care if he responds. He doesn't have to respond. He don't owe us an explanation. Let bro move on, figure out his career, if he's going to retire soon or if he's going to, like, whatever happens. Like, let him focus on that. Meagan, she good. She going to drop some music behind this. She's going to end up dating somebody else. Hopefully, you know, it works out for her. Honest, I'm not a hater. And I'm not going to condemn her for her past. You know, the whole Tory thing, I do think that's fucked up. From what I've seen, Tory's innocent. He's a manager that's innocent. I already know a lot of women disagree with that, but evidence is evidence. You can't refute the evidence. The one thing I will say is that it's a plus that both made it out without having to deal with a divorce, because if he got divorced by Meagan, ain't gonna lie, she would have cleaned him. And they didn't have a baby behind this. So they get to just walk away and figure life out. So that's the plus I will say that's happened. Guys, leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Get some engagement in the comment section, and catch you on the next one.